So we've discussed the technical part of the overhead, but what about the tactical part? What do I do when I'm playing the shot from a certain location in the court? If I've had to move back for a deep overhead, what's my tactic from back in this part of the court? I need to buy time because I can't create enough speed to get the ball by the opponent. So my ball is going to go from my deep part of the court to their deep part of the court. So I'm going from deep to deep on a deep overhead. So therefore, I'm going to swing up more because I need to create an upward arc with the overhead to get it deep in the court so I can kind of reestablish my base, looking for a chance to be aggressive again. I'm moving back into a read position to see if they're going to lob again or if I have a chance to move in again. So the first tactical technique is handling the deep overhead. And you can practice just making a deep shot, looking for a chance to close back in. What I'd like to get, though, is a short angle ball. So I move in closer for the overhead now. The mistake most players make here, and it's seen at all levels of play, is they're from close in, they try to smash the ball deep right back to their opponent. The opponent's back there frozen. The fear factor is already locked in. They know they're about to lose the point, and they lock up. The only thing they're counting on is that you hit the ball back to them. Hit it deep so I can lob it back again. Once I get inside the service court, I'm in a position of power where I'm moving into the shot or I have position already. My goal is to angle the overhead away. If I angle the overhead away, even if my opponent gets to it, he's exposed 2/3 of his court for my next shot. So you need to practice on both these to really improve your game. You don't just get the perfect overhead like you did in the warm-up. You get deep overheads, so deep ball goes deep, short ball goes short. To try to open up the court, easy way to play, but it's only if you practice it to make your game improve. So the fraternal twin, it's not an identical twin, but the fraternal twin of the overhead is the backhand overhead. So we mentioned earlier about the grip being there, but what's my tactic from the part of the court again? Once again, if I'm deep on the overhead, my tactic is aim the butt of the racket toward the ball, aim high, get the ball back in the court so I can buy time to recover again. This is not an offensive shot. I'm going to try to arc the ball back, the butt of the racket up, go deep to deep. What about if I get in close again? It's not a power shot. There have been some players on the tour who can actually accelerate their forearm very quickly. They call it their wrist, but it's actually their forearm. So the wrist does accelerate quickly in the shot. The timing is very challenging though because my racket's going up with the racket head pointing, butt of the racket pointing up, trying to snap up into the ball and then accelerate down at the right moment. If I mistime it, I hit a launch overhead. If I hit it great, I'm famous. If I hit it on the downside, I'm picking up the ball in the net. So my goal really off this weaker side, or the fraternal twin of the overhead, is really to kind of angle the ball away if I'm closer in. Now that part's true whether you're playing your forehand overhead or the backhand. It depends a lot on your footwork. I want to make my feet go in the direction that I'm going to angle the ball away, playing a softer ball with less power. Angles win when you're in close.